All right. It's time. Welcome to CoCreative NoCode's Office Hours, episode number 94. I'm Tonya at CoCreative NoCode. I'm here with Thomas and Kim as usual, and our guest Shane is here this evening as well. If this is your first time tuning in to CoCreative NoCode's Office Hours, either on Facebook, we broadcast live to our Facebook group, or watching the replay on YouTube. We do this every day of the week, Monday through Friday, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We welcome any Bubble bugs, any Bubble feature requests. We'll do build-alongs. Anything Bubble related is welcome in office hours. And if you would like to join for a complimentary session of office hours, you can go ahead and comment on the live video, or send us an email to team@cocreativenocode.com, and we'll get you the credentials to come join us on one of the Zoom sessions. So welcome, Shane. It's good to meet you.
Hi.
Hi. So you had posted in the main Bubble group that you were interested in a tutorial on scheduling things like emails and workflows, right?
Yeah, scheduling a workflow that would happen either in the future or ideally something that could run by itself every day. For instance, a use case would be pulling a piece of data, sending it in an email, like how many times has X happened within an account, to send it to the users to let them know, like, you've used X amount of views or something.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we can totally do that. Do you already have things working in your app and you're ready for that kind of workflow, or did you want me to do it on the Sandbox app?
Sandbox would be better. My app isn't
ready
for that. I was just thinking about in the future having it ready.
Sure, absolutely. So the first thing to know is when you get into scheduling things in Bubble, the best thing to do is to make sure that you have your back-end workflows enabled. So you can go to settings and API and just make sure that this checkbox is checked, enable workflow, API, and back-end workflows. When you do that, when you click on this page section here, at the very bottom, you'll see back-end workflows where you can access that section of the app. And essentially, this is your own API. Bubble makes it very easy to expose data endpoints in your app, and you can use that to run API calls to your own app to get things working when you want them to work. So there's a lot of different use cases for using back-end workflows. Have you used them before or not yet?
I have not used back-end workflows at all.
Okay, cool. So there's 3 different types. There's API workflow, just straightforward. There's recurring events, and there's database trigger events. So API workflows, just like any workflow, you can just schedule it in advance and send information into it for the workflow actions to operate on. A recurring event is exactly like it sounds. There's some restrictions around it. I think you have to be on the professional plan or higher in order to do daily recurring. But I think you can do weekly recurring on the personal plan. Someone can correct me if I have that wrong, but I think that's the way it goes. But don't worry, I know a hack. I can teach you how to do a daily recurring event without this here, without having to upgrade to a higher paid account. And the database trigger is when something changes in the database, you can use a database trigger to trigger a workflow, and anything you can do in any other workflow would work there as well. So if you want to do something daily, are you on a professional plan or a personal plan or a free plan?
It's on a free plan right now, but with the way it's progressing, it's going to get upgraded to a personal plan for a bit.
Pretty soon. Okay, so you won't be able to test your workflows until you're on a paid plan. But what we can do here is I can show you how it would work to do a daily workflow. So the first thing is in the workflow inspector, you have to give it a name, obviously. So we'll just do So we'll call it daily recursive, because technically it's going to repeat because you schedule it to repeat, and that's called a recursive workflow. This we generally leave on, expose as a public API workflow, but if you're just using it in your own app, it's probably, you can uncheck that if you wanted to. If you want to ignore the privacy rules in your app when you run this, because some people use API workflows in the back end in order to avoid their own privacy rules, to get around them, you can do that as well. But the main thing here is to focus on what's the parameter going to be that you're going to send into it. So you said you wanted to check how many times something has happened, and then send an email to a user telling them how many times something has happened. So in this case, you would specify a key value pair, which you would basically determine like which thing you're going to examine or things you're going to examine and how you're going to formulate that email. So for one, we might say user, of type user. Probably missed it. Here we go. And then if there's something else in the database here, so I'll do an API call counter, because this one has a count number, so that'll work. Right. So when I schedule this workflow, I'm going to send in a user and a specific API counter thing into it. Then I'll be able to send an email, and the email will go to the user's email address. And then the body of it can contain the API counters count, and you can do whatever other information you wanted to do in that email as well. So right. And then we're going to schedule this to run again in 24 hours. So we would go here to custom events. We'll schedule an API workflow. We'll pick the same one that we just did, daily recursive. We'll schedule it for a current date and time, and then we'll add 1 day. And we'll send in the same user, and we'll send in the same API counter. And that's how you'll be able to send the information once a day. Yep.
Okay.
Pretty simple, but you're welcome. The whole API, like backend API workflows, opens up everything to like being able to do very intricate, very sometimes system intensive things that you can't really get away with doing on the front end. So
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, what kind of app are you building?
It's for you can build forms with it, and then you take the data and then run reports based on the data, and then I want to have it be able to do other types of things within the industry, because it's an industry that has very specific types of forms that it runs out of. So like knowing how many X amount of things happened within a day would be good for the users to have. So this is very useful. Thank you.
Very good. Awesome. Happy to help. I hope you'll stick around, and we'll check
I already logged into your website and stuff, and I saw the videos on there.
Cool. Awesome. Brittany, welcome. It's good to see you as usual.
Hi. I was trying to get to my unmute button.
I totally understand. I wasn't even worried. How's it going?
Good.
Good. Did you bring anything for tonight?
Yes.
Awesome. I'll stop sharing.
Okay. Okay, let me Okay, so I actually have two issues. So since I'm on this page, this was one that I was gonna worry about later, but so I have this pop-up and I am requiring these fields to be mandatory.
Mhm.
So I have it this checkbox should be checked here as well. And I have this as this input is mandatory, but for some, well, it's working, but when they hit the complete order button, it doesn't show anything saying, hey, you need to, something's not right. You need to input something here. So I had I had the work, no, not the workflow. I made an alert, but the alert isn't popping up. So I don't know how it'll show these boxes in red, but this alert doesn't come up on the screen.
Okay. Go into, so go click on the multi-file uploader and go to the conditional.
Oh, click on this.
Yep. And then, yeah. So if we want to add a condition here so it will look different when it's not yet been filled in, like the other ones, that's where you would add it.
Okay.
So like you can say when this multi-file uploader's value is empty.
I have something
Or sorry, it's multi-file uploader. So when this value, so instead of is empty, say count.
Oh, okay. And see, I did that and I had is empty and it wasn't working. So
count is less than 1 or is 0.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I keep doing that.
I don't know why. I think I had some sort of superstition around using is 0. I always use less than 1 or greater than 0 when I'm trying to say.
Is that the right sign? Sometimes I get confused.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, you got it. And then select a property to change, and you can say
the border style, or
yep, you could do like the border in red.
Okay. And border color. Here we go. Just do any old red, doesn't matter. And okay, so I want to test.
So that's one way to do it. And then, but the thing is my guess is when they open up the form, they haven't had a chance to do anything yet. And then they look at all of those like red things. And maybe that's helpful, or maybe that's like not helpful. I'll let you be the judge of that. The other thing you could do is you could put on the button, you could put the conditionals that those 2 checkboxes have to be checked. And even like you could even specify that they have to have like the multi-file uploader has to have a count of greater than 1.
On this condition on the button?
On the button. And then you could disable the button until all of the conditions were met.
Oh, meaning don't show it at all.
Well, it would be shown, but it would be in a disabled state so that it wouldn't be clickable.
Okay, I think I'd rather do so. If I let's see when.
So when checkbox 1, whatever that one is, yeah, checkbox completed items isn't checked. And or actually, and then you would put behind that, or postal receipt checkbox isn't checked.
Okay.
Or
it can continue going. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
Or
multi-file uploader value count is less than 2. Because don't they need to upload at least 2 things?
Yeah.
So when it's less than 2.
Okay.
And then the property you would change is you would say this element isn't clickable.
Okay.
And then you would check that checkbox. And that way they can't submit it until they've uploaded enough things.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Cool beans.
Do you want further ideas on how you could refine or improve this?
Yes.
Okay. So another thing you could do is instead of having a multi-file uploader, you could have 2 file uploaders, one for completed items, or is completed items multiple files?
It could be multiple files because,
but it might just be one.
Right.
Okay, so like you could have a multi-file uploader for completed items and then a single uploader for the postal receipt, and essentially like do the same sort of thing on the complete order button. That way they don't have to check off things. They just have to upload the things.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're saying to, instead of have one of these, make another one and then labeling it as like
one is for completed items and one is for, yeah.
Okay, so that would be really, that's actually a good idea. I don't want to waste you guys' time with doing this, but
no worries. Yeah, it was just an idea. It's like,
I mean, I do
what you have is fine. Yeah, what you have is fine. So yeah, I just thought
that is a great idea. I was saying, like, I don't want to take up the time with me sitting here.
No, I gotcha. But Thomas said he didn't have anything, but we can check with Shane if Shane has anything else.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So we can continue.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I'll delete that, and I could probably just delete this and maybe put in a text saying upload items. I don't know how to
upload completed items. I think that makes sense.
Put the right style on it. Change this.
If that's you watching us live, go ahead and say hello in the comments. If you have any questions, feel free to toss them in there. After office hours were over yesterday, Thomas and Brittany, I was able to demonstrate to Kim what I had been trying to demonstrate.
When
I got kind of like all discombobulated.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. It's okay.
Oh yeah, no. I'm
like, what the is this?
Yeah, no, it's like I mean, it's good to do that kind of thing because like that's what it's like when you're developing sometimes. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't even get my head wrapped around it in the moment. So
okay. So I would do a conditional. Oh, that one is already. Wait, no, it's on the button. Okay.
Well, yep. So you could take that other conditional off if you don't want it to be read.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I want to leave it just to see how it looks, when I try it out. And then if I don't want it, then I'll just take it off.
Yep.
Okay, so
and for this one, it would be, so when multi-file uploader 1, whichever, order complete, when the value count is less than 1.
Wait, yeah, because it could be more.
And then or.
Oh, I keep forgetting I can do or.
multi-file uploader. Yep. Value count less than 1.
Oh, it's already there.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alrighty. So I just want, I'm probably gonna, revamp the
Sure, yeah,
but I just
of course.
want to
Yeah, no, I mean, nobody ever came to me for guidance on design.
I probably need to, because I've changed this thing so many times. Okay.
I credit all of my design to Canvas and to Thomas and Callum.
Okay, so I'm on the right profile. So does this profile have an order? So if I hit complete, I guess. Let's see if I put something here. It doesn't matter, Brittany. I always try to find something.
Mm-hmm. Well, as Jay has proven over and over again, your sample data can make other people's day, especially on office hours.
Oh,
I don't know if you've noticed, Brittany, but when Jay shares her screen and she's going through her app, you should read the stuff that she's written for her sample data. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I try to make mine kind of make sense, but sometimes I'll just type in anything. This thing is...
It's so slow. You're sharing your screen though, so.
Yeah. Come on.
When you get a chance, I highly recommend getting a Chromebook.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with that stuff.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes Chromebook on certain things it doesn't work as well. Now
well,
with
yeah,
Google
I mean,
Chrome,
if you're using programs on your computer, then there's it really. Ooh, with those nails, were those your nails?
yeah, I do nails too sometimes.
See, I'm kind of obsessed. I don't know if you've heard of Ahura, but that's
I don't know.
Those are like the nail, the semi-cured gel nails, and you just stick them on your finger and cure them.
Yeah,
because
I think those are really cool.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see if it worked. Okay, that's cool. It's not letting them upload anything.
So the other thing you can do on those conditions is you can make your button look different. Like you can make the color of it gray instead. And that way, people will know it's not clickable.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just an added property to the same. You don't have to rewrite the condition. You just add it to it.
So you mean under the conditional tab?
Nope. Select another property to change. So right where it says this element isn't clickable.
Oh, okay.
So you can just change the color of the text.
Okay.
Or color of the button itself, the background color.
Okay. Oh, yeah, flat color. Oh, already completed that one, but that'd be cool. And then that shows up. Okay, so I have one more question.
Sure. We've got time for more than one, I think.
Yeah, and I have a lot, but I try to limit myself to 2 per session.
Well, I mean, limiting yourself when we've got a lot of people who are waiting, that's one thing. Yeah. But when you're the only one with questions, keep them coming.
Okay, so the other day when I showed you guys the message thing that I have associated with the app, we deleted some stuff that I actually needed, and it's because let's go here, or even let's just go to the actual workflow. So let me get to. So these 2 buttons, remember you said that I only needed one, and I understand why you said that, but I think it's because of how I have it set up, how I have the app setup. I have two different ways to send messages. So one is on the actual profile. So you can send a message here. Let me go to someone else's profile real quick so I can. So I could send a message straight from here and it will be the send button here. And then I can also send a message within the actual messenger part here.
Okay.
Right here. So I think we deleted.
We deleted one of the buttons. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
one
it.
of the workflows for the button. So I fixed it or whatever. So but that now that I fixed that, the counter isn't working. So so when I say counter, like if it's showing, this is in a way. Here it's just saying one, and I've checked all the messages. You know how I have an unread status or whatever in there. It's not detecting that it's been read. And it was working at one point today. And then all of a sudden, I think I went around a different way to look at the message. So when a new message is sent, the way that they know that it's read is only if it's clicked. Because that's how I set the work. I don't know if there's a different way to do it.
Okay, so you're only adding the user to the red field when the conversation is clicked.
Right, but when the page is loaded automatically, you don't have to click it. You get what I'm saying? So
okay,
you're reading it, but you're not necessarily clicking it. And so once I read the message and then I didn't click it, but I went ahead and sent the message, then that's when the counter messed up because I never clicked it, but now it's not registering that I already read it. So even when I go back, am I making any sense? Like even
when you click the send button, we need to make sure when you create the message that you also automatically add the current user to the red field.
Okay, so I need to go to the workflow. So let me go to that send button, send conversation. Wait, because I have two. Okay, so
you can change the name of the workflow so that you can differentiate which send button is which.
Okay.
Just as a helpful hint, because I don't know why I didn't realize you could change the name of the workflows for like 8 months. You just click in the top but just click there and you can change it.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure what I want to name it, but I'll come back because I'm not. My mind is trying to.
Yeah, no worries.
So I need to make not a condition. How did I do it on the other?
No, it's when you create the message, you need to put in set another field. And
I need to create a new because I don't have one that says red.
Well, red message is the one we made yesterday.
Okay.
And then you add current user to that.
I thought I did this. This feels eerily familiar.
Yep.
I don't know what happened.
We'll check and see if it's on the other one. Yeah, maybe we did it on the other one.
It's the same one. Nope, I don't know what happened. Okay.
Yeah. And then, so that will take care of the problem of it, like starting to count messages as having not been read when you're the creator. Right. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I felt like, I don't know. Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like sometimes I ask crazy questions, but it's okay.
You do not. Hey, Jordan.
That's what you're supposed to say.
No, well, I mean, it is what I'm supposed to say, but it's also true. It's like you're not asking crazy questions. We've all struggled with things. I hear from some of the best developers that I know. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh, they call themselves names, right?" And I'm like, "Stop it, stop it."
Right.
Hey, Jordan, how's it going?
Hey, I'm good, Tonya. How are you?
Good. Did you bring anything for this evening?
I just had one question.
Sure.
Is it possible to, if you've got a nested repeating group inside another repeating group, is it possible to get the selling index from the main repeating group inside the nested one?
Yes, but it's kind of hacky.
Is it? How do you do it?
So what it is you put the nested repeating group, you group it inside of a group, and then you make the data type like number probably, and then you can set that to the current cells index. And then within that nested repeating group, you have access to that group's number.
Okay.
Is that what you were talking about?
Here, yeah, well, what I was just wanting to make like a list of things, and I wanted to have it numbered. So I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then I wanted a sub number, which would be like, either 1.1 or 1.2, or alternatively like 1A, 1B kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I think I understand.
Kind of like I was just mucking around here, but I was kind of like wanting to go like 1 and then 1A, 1B, but I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, you can.
You can?
Yeah, I can show you.
Oh, yeah. So how would I do that?
Yep. So the nested repeating group, go ahead and highlight the nested one.
Yeah. Oh, that's the main one.
So that's the main one.
This one.
So that's the nested one. Okay. Because on the main one, you just have that number as the index, right? The current cells index.
This not? Yeah. Current cells index. Yeah.
Okay. And is the nested repeating group in its own group within the cell? Or is it just a repeating group in a cell?
Repeating group, and then there's another one there.
Yeah, but the repeating group itself that's nested, the first parent of that is the cell.
Yeah, it's in a group.
So it's group child comments. Okay. But that has the parent group's application question. Okay, let me think.
So that one would need to be
No, I mean, if you need to pass that in there, then you need to pass it in. So trying to think how we could do this. Because the only other thing I can think of is to use like a plugin like Orchestra.
What's that?
Or BDK's repeating group tools. Yeah, what they do is they sort of expose the repeating group. So what you're running into is that information barrier between a repeating group and the rest of the page. And to get around that, you can use, if you type in BDK repeating group or something like that, it should come up. You know, after about 4 or 5 years. Bubbles like, stop giving me a hard time. Okay, maybe take off repeating and just do RG.
It always takes ages on the plugins.
It does. It's crazy. Yeah, but usually not that long.
There it is, repeating group tools.
Yep. So that one, it helps you get data out of a repeating group without touching the database. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's more for workflows. I'm not sure. I have to could play around with it. If you want, I can install it on the agency app I have.
I just got a quick read of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so if it allows for conditional formatting, then it should probably work. Because what you would do is you would install it for that main repeating group and then hopefully be able to reference it from the nested repeating group. Because the expression that you're going for in the nested repeating group is going to be parent cell's index number, right? And then a period, and then current cell's number.
Anchor repeating group. Oh, yeah.
Want me to see if I can set it up?
No, it's all right. I was just wondering, like, I'll have a look later.
Orchestra is another one. If this one doesn't work out, Orchestra is also very good.
How do you spell that?
ORCH. O bubble. ORCHE. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody agrees it's a very weird limitation on Bubble's part.
Huh. So what does this do? Allows you to
Yeah,
Use an
so
external element.
it's similar. It lets you use an external element to trigger workflows that run inside the repeating group cell. Because the thing that you can't do is like if you have an input in a repeating group cell, unless it's auto bound to the thing in the cell, you can't reference it in your workflows to like get things to save and to manipulate data and to do whatever you want. So what this does is it makes it so that that information is exposed and you can do what you want with it with workflows.
No.
So I've seen other people use it to great effect. I've never personally gotten Orchestra working. I did get repeating group tools working. But I remember being super frustrated because I kept thinking this should be easier in Bubble to make like a shopping cart where you can keep track of like number of items as well as the type of item, and then keep that information in the workflow and then be able to save it somewhere. And it's just not an easy thing in Bubble. It should be, but it's not.
Yeah. Sweet. Now I'll have a play around later. I don't really have anything else, I don't think.
All right.
Um,
Do we have any requests for the build along tomorrow?
what's that?
So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I try to do a build along session where we like decide ahead of time something we want to prototype together.
Oh yeah.
So
I've been doing that document. I don't know if I showed you that, but remember we talked about a while ago about the.
oh yeah, congrats getting your top navigation tabs scrollable.
Yeah, that's quite cool on mobile now, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is it here. So I have these templates on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just moved the page, so I need to go through and hook all the workflows up, but I just hit which button I want, and that'll make a new, like if I go driver's license and for AO, that'll make a new document.
Oh, got it, for specific people.
Yeah, so you just go boom, boom, and it makes it for what person, and then you click on it, and it's got instructions on how they get that document.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and then when we come back, we either accept it or reject it and say, yeah, they've done it correctly or they haven't.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need to put in like the file upload box in there, and then some comments so that people can write comments if it's right or wrong. But I've got sort of 3 stages. So once they've got, we load up the documents and they're all saved as a draft. Mm-hmm. So the client can't see them. And then when we want to publish them, we just select publish, and then they can see these ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I've hooked it up so you can do them all at once. So you can hide them all at once. And if you take one away, it'll change the, yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah, and then you've got draft up here, published. So that's what the client would see. So if I go back, draft, publish all of those. Now there's none in draft, but you can see they're all published.
Mm-hmm.
And then the client will have their own version over here, which I was still trying to work out whether it's better to, give them a login or not.
Mm-hmm.
But that's essentially how I was looking at the moment. Yeah.
How happy are you with your app?
Yeah, I'm getting pretty happy with it.
Good.
Obviously, I've still got a lot of time to go and a whole heap of stuff to do, but it's just, yeah. I feel like I'm ages away from being able to launch it.
Uh-huh.
Just because I've got so much to do, but I feel like it's really coming along.
I agree.
Yeah. So
Like if Canvas were my product in my company, like I know I work for AirDev, but it's but I don't own Canvas or anything. But if I did, I'd be like using these office hours videos. I'd be like, oh, look what you can do with Canvas. You're doing an amazing job.
yeah, it's so much easier using it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a good investment. And it just looks real tidy and clean.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks fantastic. You've just done a fantastic job of using what Canvas gives you and then making it your own. And yeah, it's really slick. I'm impressed.
I'll get there one day.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the meantime, like, I mean, I know it's taking a lot of time, but you're saving, I don't know, like you're saving a lot of money. Like if you were going to pay someone else to do this for you, like AirDev or a developer, like, yeah, you're really rocking it out.
That's the thing, but yeah, because it's all in my head. So if someone else done it for me, it wouldn't be correct.
Oh, well, we have our ways, Jordan.
But I can't explain it. Do you know, it's the functionality. Like I can't explain it, like how I want the business to operate. Do you know what I mean? It's more like just get in and do it, and then as it's being built, I need to adjust this and change this, and set up different stuff, and it's just all around our workflow on what we would normally do.
Yeah,
I've got the box working, integration working on it too. I'll show you that.
That's good. Oh yeah, even changing the names of the files.
No, I haven't got that, but what I've done is I've set up like a so this is it here. So I've set it up so that I've just got like a form, and I just select a category and put in like a name, and then it renames it. But once it's in there, I can't change it. If I wanted to actually change it, I just click on here and go into actually box and change it. Yeah. But it's all synced, so like that there matches that there.
Got it.
Yeah, which is cool. And I've made a trash file, so every time an item gets deleted in here, rather than deleting it, it just moves it into that folder, so that they're always there, and we can just go back and check them. Yeah. And I'm pretty happy with the way that the box is working with it.
That's awesome.
Oh, good. I'll let someone else go anyway.
All right. Any last requests before we call it an evening?
I have one.
Sure.
So I've been testing the counter and it's not doing
it's not working. Okay, got it. Let's fix it.
Let's see. So I've been going back and forth with just like random messages.
That's
and
okay. Let's check the element that shows the count.
Okay. So I have.
So that's current users conversation lists, list of messages, filtered, read message doesn't contain current user.
Yeah, I had that. And so I literally tried everything that was on there. So I'm gonna try that.
I think I think you can take the unread equals yes off and the recipient equals current user off. There we go. So current users conversation list. So did you end up changing it so that the conversation doesn't store the list of messages?
Right. So the conversation list is it's a bit confused. Like it was really hard. Okay, hold on.
Sure.
Let's go to the actual conversations page. So this is where it's holding. Actually, the reason why there's two different ones is because remember, I have two different ways to send the message. So the first way is like you're starting the conversation. So you automatically, that would end up I'm trying to explain
it creates the
conversation
and it creates the first message and then it navigates you to that conversation in the chats page. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And so go back to the element that is supposed to show the count. And then what we're going to do, just erase everything that you have and don't be scared. I'm going to replace it real fast.
Okay.
And then do a search for. And then, and this is supposed to tell them how many total unread messages they have across all conversations, right?
Right.
Okay, so messages.
I will have to go to conversations for. Oh, I see.
No, messages. And the constraint is going to be users contains current user. And then the add a new constraint, and then read message doesn't contain current user. And then count at the end of the red thing. There you go. And that's it.
Okay. And I had the conditional so it wouldn't show at all because I don't want it to show 0. So I'm gonna copy and paste. It's just
is less than 1. And then the property. Oh, sorry, you only want to show it when it's greater than 0. Sorry.
Oh, right.
There you go.
Make sure it's hidden on page load. Where is it? Okay. Now I have to do the same thing on the other profile, and I want to test it before. I forgot. Oh, we did a search for. So do a search for messages. And that's red message contains.
Doesn't contain.
Oh. User and.
Nope. We want the users contains current user.
Okay. Uh-oh. Am I frozen?
You could just, delete it. There you go.
All right, I think in the date, I need to go in the database because it's still showing these and I've already, well, let's see, maybe not. Okay, let's try one more time. Try one last time. And okay, now let's log out. Yeah. It's not showing at all, no.
Okay. So did you sign in as the person who sent the message or as the person who was supposed to receive it, I guess?
Who was supposed to receive it, yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the database.
Let me refresh because sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
So, and they all still have unread as yes.
Well, the count isn't using the unread anymore.
Oh, got you.
Oh, I know what it is. It's the users is not being stored because the users is empty.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So let's go to the workflow where we create the message. So we have to set the users to be the conversations users. So probably set list, parent groups, conversations users. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
So now try it again. Try sending.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have to do it twice. We got to figure out how to make it so you don't have to do it twice.
Yeah. Now.
That's a very helpful hint for all of us. If you're doing something more than once in anything, there's got to be a way to simplify. And don't let yourself off the hook until you figure it out.
So right now it's not going to have anything still because, okay, let's just try it again. Let's see, has something right there.
Yes, we are.
Okay, let's see, let's log out.
So I actually find it easier to use the run as to switch between users. So I don't have to keep typing.
Yeah. I keep
I actually feel bad for our clients because when we're building an AirDev, we don't give the clients access to the Bubble app until we're done. Oh. So when we have them test, they have to sign in and sign out like a whole bunch of times. And I always feel bad because I think that's so still no.
Nope. But I want to check the data and see if it's even grabbing the users now.
Oh yeah. It says, well, it's gotta be because your messages are partially working, so it's gotta be stored. Let's see.
It's not.
No, it didn't store that with conversations users. Well, let's go to conversations. Because I don't know how you're no, the all conversations in the data.
Oh, got you.
List of users is empty. So
here
you have a couple of them there. Yeah, so we have to, when you create the conversation, you're gonna have to add the list of users. So.
Oh, okay. So I need to go back to the workflow. But here, make changes.
Like no, when you make the conversation, where are you creating the conversation?
Oh, that's on another page. Okay. That's under the pop-up. I have so many things over here. Here we go. It's here. So that's to create a new message. I guess that would.
So,
and this is creating the conversation.
Got it. And then maybe should you create the conversation first?
Oh, maybe.
Yep. So create the conversation and then go in there and. That's okay. Just you can just delete that for now because you won't have the message to add to it yet, but we'll add it in another step.
Okay.
So.
It's not letting me. Okay, there we go.
And then you want to add the list of users. So you can, actually, you probably don't set list here. You'd probably add the current user first.
Okay.
And then do it again and set another field list of users and then add the other person.
No, it would be the parent group user or current page user.
Are they on?
Because they will be on that person's page. So it would be the parent group's user.
Okay, right. That's fine. Yep. All right. So now you have the list of users when you create the conversation, and that's what's going to create the list of users on the message. And then that's how it's going to create the count.
Okay.
So
now
we have to go back to the page where you create the conversation.
So this is how so the conversation is created here.
Okay. So however you log in to get there to test it.
Oh, sorry. It's late.
It is late. We're tired.
Yes, I've had a long day.
This is called hustling, right? I think that's what they call it.
Right. Okay. So this is where, oh no, I would need to go to a different person's profile. Hold on. Let's just go here. Okay, so this is where the message will be created. So hello. Okay, now I will need to go to her profile to see. Oh, I guess I could go on the date. Users. It didn't show what this. I don't know.
So it created, okay, hang on a second. Let's go. Yeah, okay, I know what happened. So go back to the workflow. We just didn't finish what we were doing. Okay. We changed one thing, but we didn't change the rest. So now you create the message, and then the message needs to be attached to the conversation.
Okay.
Yep. And now, and since you're keeping a list of conversations, I don't think you need it for displaying the unread messages. But if you want to continue maintaining the list of messages on the conversation, you're going to have to make changes to the conversation after you create the message.
Okay, that was a little confusing.
Okay. So remember how you used to have create a new conversation in step 2?
Mm-hmm.
Since you moved it to step 1,
Mm-hmm.
you can't add the message that doesn't exist.
Right.
So now after you create the message, the next step, if you want to maintain that list, would be to make changes to the conversation. So step 3, yeah. So just insert an action.
Oh, what happened?
That you can actually delete that action. You don't need it anymore.
Okay. Why does...
Oh, I see. So you're being super redundant in your database.
Mm-hmm.
You're also keeping like the list of conversations on the user as well. So that's why. So you could, if you click in there and you want to keep doing that, just click in there. And then result of step 1.
Okay.
There you go. And then go ahead and insert an action and make changes. And to the step 1, results of step 1. And then the list of messages, you can add results of step 2.
Okay.
All right. Let's try it one more time.
Okay.
Or maybe 10 more times because that's how it goes sometimes.
Right. Okay. Let's go to the freelance profile. I would need to send a message again. Okay.
Well, you have to create. You have to create the conversation.
Okay. I'm sorry, my daughter.
That's okay.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm so confused now.
Yep. You have to go to the profile page and create a conversation.
So I need to go to his page. All right.
Hey. All right, let's just go to the database real quick and just check and see, make sure that the new conversation was created and has a list of users.
Okay.
Come on.
Aw.
She's sleepy and she
It's okay. I'm sleepy too.
Right. And it's like she doesn't want her dad, and I don't understand why. It's always me. Okay, am I going to conversations or messages?
You know why? It's because he says, "Go get your mom."
Right, every time. Okay, yes. List of
users. Perfect. Okay, and go to then go to the all messages.
Okay.
And nope, we still don't have users on that message. So we need to go back to that send button and see what's happening.
Okay. Pop-up message. Oh, you know what? I know what. I have two different profiles. I have 2 different pop-ups. So
yes, Kim. Sorry, I was answering Kim's question. Go ahead.
This is the same one, I think, but I have a different pop-up on the freelancer page, so I would need to do the same thing to that pop-up. Okay, so hold on, let me go do that. This is a lot. Right, pop-up message, send, start. Yeah, so it's doing the same thing, so I need to move this here. Oh, was it current user? Wait.
List of messages. No. We're creating a new conversation. It's list of users.
List of users. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the wrong one.
Add current user.
Okay. And then what's the result of step 1 on current user?
Creating a new message. Users should be set list.
Oh.
And it would be result of step 1's list of users.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just deleted this one all.
And then under create a new message, go back to step 2.
Mm-hmm.
We need to set the conversation to be results of step 1. So one of the things I do when I'm creating something new is I'll click the button at the bottom underneath set another field. There's a add all fields.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I do that just to make sure that I don't miss any.
Right.
It helps me keep from forgetting things.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Maybe we
So
need to add that.
red message, yeah, it should contain the current user.
So, okay, that was a great tip.
That's what I'm here for.
And so we just deleted this altogether, right?
Yeah, because we switched that.
And this was result of step
1. And then you add a new step between step 2 and step 3. And tomorrow I'm going to show you custom workflows. Custom events, I mean.
And this is result of step 1 or 2?
You're
1.
changing 1, yeah. And you're adding the results of step 2 to the list of messages.
Okay. Now, maybe it'll work. Child has the TV so loud. I don't know what to type.
My previous house that we lived in, my office didn't have a door.
Yeah.
I would not have been able to do office hours.
Okay, so now I need to go to, who did I even send that to? I'm so confused now.
It's okay. So K&G fashion? Is that who you messaged?
Yes, that's who I messaged. Right, so let me log out. I'm so used to doing it this way.
It's okay. Nope. we haven't gotten there yet, Brittany, but we'll get there.
It may be the way I have things set
Let's go to the database.
Oh, yeah.
Because I assume it's because the message doesn't have the list of users.
Right.
All right. So let's go to let's use the app search tool.
Okay, how do I
You see
this?
Yep, that's that.
Okay.
And then what you're going to search for is an action. So action type is create. So just start typing create. Create a new thing. And then contains message or messages, whatever it's named in the database. And then click search.
I think it's messages.
Okay. So there's 4 places where we're creating new messages, and we need to check all 4 of those to make sure that we've got our bases covered with adding the users. Yeah, so we need to create. Yeah. Add current user. Yep.
And set list.
Yep. And then it's going to be step 1's list of users.
Okay.
All right. So that's 1. That one looks right. That one looks right. And that one does not have, yep, it does. It has user set list. So that one looks right too. All right. And then let's go back to the app search tool. So let's say create a new thing, but instead type in conversations.
So if I add, oh, but that's
okay. No, that's fine. You have your list of users there, so you can delete the list of messages.
okay.
And then find another create a new messages, or sorry, create a new conversation at the bottom there. So we're adding the list of users. All right. And then scroll down. Okay. So we've got our bases covered in terms of the conversations that are being created and then the messages that are being created. So I think we just had that one last one. So like we could test again.
Alrighty. So I need to go to page.
All right. So we created the conversation. So let's go to the database and refresh the data. Yeah. Another helpful hint, it's usually faster and effective at the bottom left of the table there, the refresh data. Yeah. Okay, so your messages have the users in it now. So let's see here, in the red message has Kevin's email. So it should be Rhonda. When you're signed in as Rhonda, Rhonda should see the alert.
Okay.
So maybe we have our conditions wrong if that's not happening.
Let's see. Who am I signed in as? No, so I'm signed in as, yeah, it's backwards, I think, because she sent a message to him. No, because it has.
Yeah, so let's sign in as Rhonda.
Okay.
And see.
Maybe I got
It's okay. It's easy to get confused.
Okay. There we go.
There we go.
Now, and I want to see if, and so I wonder if I wanted to just see if I went back and didn't touch anything. Okay, no, it was still saying red. So if I typed in the message, wait, because that's not the one that's not the last message I sent though. Am I tripping?
You have corrupted data. So usually when this happens for me, what I do is I delete all of the data and I start over.
Okay. I'm like, I was good. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm just going to delete all these.
Yeah, I would delete all of the data. Hey, Sander. Oh, Sander joined us.
Good evening.
How are you? Or is it good
I'm
morning?
fine.
I think it's good morning, right?
Yes, it's definitely morning here.
Did you just wake up or have you not gone to bed yet?
The second one.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a question, so I
Yeah,
had
of
to
course.
stay up.
Oh, sure. Okay, perfect. Let's see here.
Okay, so she is gonna send a message to him. Okay. Hello there. Alrighty. Now let's log in and alrighty.
So what we haven't done is we haven't, like you deleted the messages, but you didn't delete the conversations, probably.
Oh, okay.
And then the other part is we only fixed the notification on that one, in that one place, but we could probably fix the other ones tomorrow if you want.
Okay, sure. We can do that.
Yeah.
Let someone else get some time in.
Yeah, no worries. And then I do tomorrow, remind me, because I want to show you the custom workflows.
I'm not going to be on tomorrow. My daughter has an appointment.
Oh, okay, no worries.
So it'll probably be Monday.
Monday's good. Monday works. I'll be here. All right, Sander, what did you have for me tonight? You're on mute. I can't hear you. Sander? Oh no, Sander.
Probably stepped away to the
Yeah, probably stepped away a little bit. Okay. We'll wait for a minute. Or he finally passed out because he stayed up all night. There's always that danger. Sander's one of those people. What was that?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Say.
Oh, it's like Sander's one of those people that like I don't know when he sleeps, but I know some people say that about me. Like
I get my 8 hours and I don't understand how people don't. I love sleeping. I honestly take siestas too. Siestas are, my goodness.
I
Like
take naps. It's true.
naps are literally king.
Yes, naps are important. Especially when you wake up at 3:30 in the morning and can't go back to sleep.
Oh man, yeah. Never had that problem, thankfully.
That's good. I hope you never do.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim, did you message Sander?
I did. I'm also ringing him.
You're like, wake up!
I'm trying to ring him too.
That's funny.
How's backendless going?
So backendless is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like so what Eli discovered was it was really like not made as a no-code tool.
Oh,
It was made for you to code your own stuff
Hello.
through SQL. Hi, Sander, welcome back.
Sorry, I was just away for a few minutes.
No worries.
I had a question about the lines for the repeating group. I will share my screen.
Sure.
The right screen is this one. So the problem, is it clear for you?
Yep, I can see.
So
yeah.
the problem I have here, it don't show the total lines, and it's logic because the repeating group is empty, and we just say it should be a fixed quantity of cells, but yeah, or he should show up any line or a full line, but not a half, because this one looks really ugly.
Got it.
It's for clients, but we can fix it ourselves. We try also with CSS or stuff, but nothing was working. So maybe you have some magic for me.
Okay. Can you open up that repeating group?
In the editor?
Yes, please.
Yes. It's over here. It's this one, I guess. Yes. So yeah, it's for this one and also this one, these two.
I feel like there's a group holding that unassigned thing with the checkbox, and I feel like that group is too tall by a pixel.
No, because yeah, all the red lines are groups. So this is a group. Yeah, you can also see it here on the side. If you click here on show responsive, you can see there is no other group anymore.
There's something, so that's the weird like part. But it's weird because it doesn't even show in the editor.
What, it don't show in the editor?
Like in the editor, that section of the separator is missing. So I don't understand why that section.
You have it's because we are using a style. If I remove the style, the separator is here.
No. What I meant was where we just were. It was like where you were showing the lines. It was missing there too, but it's in here. I can see it, but.
Yeah, and that's a strange part.
Have you reported it to Bubble?
Yeah, and they say they're gonna do some research, but after that message, we don't hear them anymore.
Have you rebuilt it?
Yeah.
You've rebuilt it from scratch? We had
already a lot of this we built already a few weeks ago, and then this too just last week. And you see it's exactly the same as you can see here. This one is different because here it should be scrollable. So then it don't show it. I guess the problem is we just, these cells are empty because we have just one file, but we are saying it's a fixed number of cells. It should show up. So I guess that's the problem, but yeah, not sure. And also Bubble itself don't know. They say they saw it before a few times, but they don't know how to fix it. So
I have a video somewhere of the strangest thing happening with the separator lines in my app, and it didn't happen on anybody else's like browser that I could find, and it was I would say even stranger than your issue. Your issue is pretty consistent, which is good, but mine was bizarre. When I would it would load the separators, and then as I would move my cursor over it, it would hide them, and then they wouldn't come back.
Now it takes really long.
It was very strange.
Normally, if I add some more data fields, okay, it's loaded, so I can do it. It just really slow. Just title. Here it is, chat, perfect. So now we have 2, and now we just give me the full line. So I guess the only problem is that it's an empty repeating group.
But the other one, but it's empty on the other side of the same repeating group, and the separator's there.
Exactly.
So it has something to do with that unassigned. There's something about that group, the group containing the unassigned part. Something about that is hiding the separator.
Yeah, we can put it all out of the group. Should it? That's right. What it's gonna do? I hope we don't affect the whole thing. I will center it vertically. Yes. So yeah, now we don't have any group anymore. So it should be nice if it's fixed, but I don't think so, but can just try. No. No, also, yeah, I can just remove it. Doesn't matter. He also do it when there is nothing in this group. So this thing is totally empty. Maybe I should show it in the elements tree. Yeah, as you can see, it's empty because there's
And
no
it
plus
still
anymore.
doesn't?
And
That's a bug.
yeah, that's what we say to Bubble as well, but yeah. They do if they know from nothing, and it was strange. Normally they are just really helpful, but look, it's still the same. So it's a bug, but yeah, we can fix it. Like I said before, we tried CSS, we tried to play.
But I mean,
with
have you tried like
HTML.
deleting it and starting and rebuilding the whole thing absolutely from scratch?
Yeah, not the whole site, but this repeating group, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I will do it now. I can just go back in time, so that's fine.
Oh, did you see that?
What happened?
It was when you clicked it, it had like
No.
the separators and it was only partially of the way there.
What I did is just removing it. So if I just
I know, but when it flashed, it had the same like it only went.
Ooh.
Did you see that? That's weird,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But yeah, it's really quick. Okay. Should be this like this. Okay, we will leave it like this, but it's gonna be really ugly now. But okay, it's fine. The client don't gonna like it this way.
I know you don't turn out ugly products, Sander.
But okay, they love the other part of. But yeah, I don't have fixed cells at the moment. What do we gonna say? Fixed number cells. Yeah, something like this. It doesn't
Right
matter.
side.
What was that, Kim?
Sorry, no.
No, located the same.
Is there something? I mean, it works if it's not empty, but it doesn't work if it's empty. And there's nothing else that could be like.
And can you try it on
my screen?
Your database?
Sure. Yeah, send me
the. I will stop sharing.
Oh, you mean do like try to recreate the issue on my sandbox app? Okay, sure.
Yeah, just select the data fields where you have just one field in it, and then 4 fixed cells below each other, and then. But I'm really sure you're gonna have exactly the same problem. Yeah, it's the only issue the clients have to go live with their website. So for them, it's a designer portal, and yeah, they really don't like it. So it's blocking them for going live.
Is that all I needed to do?
Yeah, and how many things are in
like
the
5?
animals sections? Okay, yeah, we have the fixed cell should be more than this. So if you have 5 there, then we should have 8 or 9 over here. Do you understand? Or just remove some data or add some more rows here. If you go for 8,
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it only show up with empty things. So otherwise, of course, they will be filled.
That looks right to me.
Yeah, for me as well. Why it just happening with me?
I don't know.
But I had it
I
also
want to
before.
show you that video that I was suffering like 6 months later. I have a bug that I have a video of, and I want to show you. See how I suffered, Sander. It was like so bizarre. But
Yeah.
And
no
I
idea.
I didn't understand it at all.
Okay, no. And where can I find the video where you explain how to rebuild the drag and drop? Is it on the YouTube? When Eddie was here, he explained it really well.
When who?
Can we rewatch it?
When who was here?
Eli?
Eli. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So you can go to YouTube to do that.
Okay.
I'll link.
Yeah. So YouTube and then CoCreative NoCode office hours. And then you look for the episode with Eli. Here we go. So you can watch it here. And if you want to see the timestamps, just show more. And so you can see where we started to do the drag and drop stuff. So
yes.
Cool.
Okay, that was it for me.
Yeah, and everybody who's watching, please subscribe to CoCreative NoCode's YouTube channel, and you will get notifications. Subscribe and click the notifications, and then you will get notifications of all of our office hours. And Kim does a fabulous job of keeping track of what we talk about when, so you don't have to watch the whole video. You can just find what you're looking for and then go directly to that timestamp. So thank you, Kim, for doing that. It's much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right, we are going to be back here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time for episode number 95 of CoCreative NoCode's office hours. I'd like to thank everyone for being here this evening. Brittany and Thomas and Shane who joined us, and Sander and Jordan and Kim, as always. So thank you for being here, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
Perfect. What are you going to do at number 100?
Oh, that's a good question. We got to figure that out. It's special requests?
Definitely.
Yeah, we're taking special requests for whatever you want to do for episode number 100.
Yeah, it should something special.
Yeah.
You don't have to do office hour. You have to do an office day.
An office day for episode 100. We'll just spend the whole day together.
Hackathon.
I think we should do, there you go. In prep for the Startup Tucson sponsored stuff. Thomas, are you still definitely doing that with us?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, cool.
So
So Jay is going to do it, and Sander, you've never heard about it, but there's going to be a startup weekend that is the first weekend in October, and we are going to have a team of CoCreative NoCoders, and you'll probably have to stay up to all kinds of hours for it if you would consider joining, Sander. But we're going to. If you don't know what Startup Weekend is, Techstars does it all over the world. There are different startup weekends, and it starts on a Friday evening, and a bunch of people get together and they have all of these ideas to vote on. And then the top ideas that are voted on, they accumulate team members around that idea, and then they go and they execute over the weekend to try to make that idea into a startup.
Oh, really? Nice.
And Startup Weekend, for October, I think it's 1 through 3. Startup Tucson is sponsoring a startup weekend. It's national, and actually it's international because we won't keep anyone outside of the US from joining. And it's going to be all about no code. So.
And do you organize it, or?
I'm on the committee helping to like organize it. So.
Okay.
So I have,
nice.
yeah, so I'm on the team who's helping to organize it, but I'm going to sponsor some of my co-creative no coders, and you're welcome to join us, Sander, and we'll all get together and spend the weekend building something together, which could be a lot of fun. So maybe what we'll do for our 100th episode is we'll like brainstorm ideas or something to submit for that weekend, because that'll be. Yeah.
When it will be? This was number 95, so it's
yeah. So
Friday.
Next Friday, not tomorrow,
Friday,
but
perfect.
1 week tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, we can get together and we can kind of like plan it out and have fun getting ready for that and kind of promote it and see if anybody else wants to join us or if anybody wants to compete against us. Right? See if we can inspire other teams to join, and we can have a little friendly no coding competition.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that'll be great. So definitely.
Brittany should join the team.
What was that?
Brittany should join the team.
Yes, Brittany. I don't know. So I also am very, very cognizant that my child is 12 years old. So she can live without me for a weekend. But if Brittany, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome. So, but if you got to take care of babies, we understand that too.
Okay, perfect.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye.